Day 4. This is the last day of what you can do in the demo. Obviously, in the full game, I assume there will be many more days, as this seems quite limiting, like we've not even discovered all that much. So let's start again with taking the outside room, since they seem to have a good application before you start placing the inside of the house. So we have the root cellar, hovel, toolshed. Okay. Again, like we seem to be low on footsteps a lot, so I'm not sure this is a good thing to take. So I'm gonna go with the toolshed. Okay. Get a shovel. And what's our second item? So hobbies lockpick kit. Will occasionally be able to unlock some normal doors. Okay. So this was on offer in the locksmith room before, but didn't get it, so let's see how it does. I didn't assume that it would be able to open every door, so occasionally is likely the important information here. Let's try this again. Corridor, pantry, spare room. Okay, let's start with the pantry. Banana this time. So there's always a piece of fruit here, but which piece of fruit is different, and they all give you different amount of steps. Chapel. Den. So we are no longer protected from the chapel, so let's take the den. Let's try to explore this corner first. Code check. We didn't put anything in there at the end of last day. So look on billiard room. So look is one key, but I think in the billiard room we got like 2 keys before and a key card. So let's give it a try. It seems like more value. 9. So 14. 6 times 1. 6. We have 20. And then this one's on, and we've used up all of the other operations, so this is like the divide, so this will be 2. Now all of them are on. So we have 6 minus 3, 3 plus, not plus, times 3 times 5, 15, and divide by 15, 1. It's a keycard again. Okay. Well, last time we had quite a few of those keycard doors, so might be useful. Commissary, store. So we've not seen the commissary yet, and we do have a gem, so let's just see what it is. Sale. Annual Maid's Day sale. 2 days only. All items up to 50% off. All stuff welcome. Day 20 and 21. Yeah, so we're not going to day 20 or 21 in the demo, but that seems to imply there will be day 20 and 21 in the full game. Okay, so we can buy a magnifying glass. We've not had that yet. Sledgehammer, we know that's for chests. Sleeping mask, we haven't seen that. I don't know. We had the running shoes, they like save you steps sometimes, I think. Okay, well, the only thing we can afford is the magnifying glass, and we haven't had it before. So let's just give it a try, why not? Inspect documents of the estate closely. Okay. So there's hidden things. The commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Sorry for the inconvenience. But as we've read memos are lies, so it will not be closed. So we have this magnifying glass here, and we can magnify. Not sure there's anything hidden here. Can we look at those without? Okay. So before we were in the nursery once, and I've specifically noted that there was a picture of a beer, like this sort of sketch of a glass of beer, and I thought that was really weird. And there is actually loads of those hand-drawn pictures in all of the rooms. So that's clearly something. Might have to gather them and see what they mean. And this is likely some sort of clue then when it says with and without. Although, like this is the mountain outside, and this is some peas in a pod. So the link is complicated. Staff notice. Okay, we've read this, but can we? Yes. Swan song? Is that okay? Well, if we can find security, that's the password. Well, spare room is the only thing that makes sense here. We did put anything in the code check, and it's a dead end. So let's go corridor. Nook, parlor, kitchen. Nook takes us up, and it has a key. We basically don't have anything that's run yet. Lockpick. Nice. So security is here, but we have no gem for it. So we're gonna do some puzzles in the parlor. Okay, there is the key we need, but also can eat this up. Okay, this puzzle, like, it has the same rules every time, but then the text changes, so you have to figure it out each time. The gems are not in the white box. The gems are not in this box. Okay, so they are in agreement, but that doesn't make them true. The gems are in this box. Now, if that was true, then both the white box and the blue box would also be true. And that does not follow the rules of the game, because yes, at least one true and at least one false, which means something has to be false. So if this is false, then this could be true. So if this is true, then that automatically makes that true. But if this is false, then it makes this false. But then all of them are false. Okay, they can't all. Okay, but if this is true, so they're not in the white box, but this is false, so they're not in the black box, then they're in the blue box. Yes, they are. Okay, so I mean, at least that might just be my perception, but not only they change, they seem to be getting harder. Because previously it seemed to just be more obvious where they were. Okay. Okay, so this lockpick is not bad. Can take the kitchen. Just, we don't have any money, but we need the doors. So we can have a banana for 2, which is plus 3 steps. A club sandwich, plus 15 steps, 8 coins. And a tomato soup, plus 5 for every red room in your house. Okay, so that's actually based on your house layout. That said, we have 0 coins. And the main course is stuffed wild quail. It's served at the dining room. Okay, so that's a preview of what we get were we to get dinner. We try as a trophy room for the extra steps. Again, not seen a trophy room, but I guess this lets you preview, so you could try to get it. So the hallway makes most sense here. Let's go this way first. Courtyard seems good. And it has a sledgehammer. We haven't seen any trunks though, so may or may not be useful. We do have a shovel too, so we can dig some stuff up. An oversized turnip should provide to be a nutritious snack. 6 steps. Dirty turnips straight from the ground. Let's try here. Okay, well that's a good time to take a storeroom then, because as much as this gives us a way to decide, less items sounds bad. Okay, so again with the pictures, the hand-drawn pictures. Okay, bedroom sounds like the option here. No items. No. Lockpick? Don't seem to be able to pick this door's lock. Okay, so it worked a few times, but not every time. Okay, dining room seems best here. Still not dinner time, but gets us the doors. Let's go down first, see if we can find anything useful. Okay, security, we need it. We didn't have the breaker box though, so we still have to hope it appears. But we do have the password. Okay, nothing left behind. Key cards. We do have the key card, so high. But we still want to unlock just in case there is no power or we have to turn it off. And then song. Password accepted. And then we're going dial up. Again, it's 1993, so that's what internet sounded like. Wow. Stop services, punching it out. This service has been temporarily disabled. As of November 4th, all work has been suspended on holiday, and all domestic staff have been placed on an extended paid leave in accordance with the instructions left by the old man himself. Seems valid for every day. Okay, so the staff was suspended November 4th. We were looking for a date on the previous day because there was a timed save. So we obviously it's not November 4th today, but that gives us at least a frame of like the month is November and it's after the 4th. So if, well, we're not gonna get shelter again this run because this is day 4, but playing again. Okay, Sunday, November 7th. So it's at least the 7th. I don't think anyone else has access to this network this month except you, Simon. So if you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you. Ah, thanks guys. You're friends in faithful service. Schedule change. Disabled. Special orders. If you would like to get a specific brand of gum or your favorite fruit, the commissary is now taking special orders for all members of the staff. Special orders take 1 to 3 days. Okay, so we can ask for an item and then it will show up in the commissary to buy. Yeah, it takes 1 to 2 days, which not gonna do anything for us because this is our last demo day, but it's interesting. Remote terminal access. Is it it is possible to connect to other active terminals elsewhere on the estate using RTA, but there are no other terminals because we don't have any of this room. Yeah. Electronic mail. The permission of the terminal do not allow for access to the electronic mail account. Currently this feature can only be accessed via the terminal located in the office. We've not been to the office at all. Data transfers. Data transfers from Synca are not currently available. We have seen the Synca name a few times. Glossary log during house tour. Okay. So not much there. Like it seems you get more if you have more computers. You can access them in some ways, but we can keep going down. There's the dark room and the code check. So code check's useless now because again last day. Dark room, can't see, but we don't need the doors. So putting the bathroom here means, again, we know that you can only draw a room once because of the Chamber of Mirrors saying you get extra copies. So that means putting it down here means we don't see it again and it's not getting in our way. So we just put it down and don't even go in. Just ignore it. Can't hurt us anymore. The observatory don't have a gem. Okay. So this ends us here. We're gonna have to go all the way back to the hallway and try this way. So I guess let's get the bedroom purely because, yeah, steps. We need them steps. There's no item here for us, sadly. Okay, so now to get back to the hallway. Lockpick, so that's our last key. There's chapel, there is wine cellar, there's the walking closet, can't have the closet, and this is a dead end. So, well, our options are take the chapel, hope this one door is either open or we can lockpick it, or take the wine cellar. We then have 3 gems and we go all the way back down to the entrance hall and we attempt to sneak past this left side of the house, but that sounds a bit dangerous, so let's try chapel. They'll take our coin. And this time they have no coins for us, so it is, well then, I guess we have to go all the way back down anyway. Let's see, we take, okay, down to the kitchen, to the parlor. Guess we can get a banana for the money we have. Yes. Oh. Trash-free strips. So at least takes a bit off the price of having to run all the way down. Okay. So we're back in the den, trying to make it up past the left edge of the house. So the dark room is the one which has a door that continues on. We can't take the passage to the gems. Now, because of how the previous times works out, we either were able to turn the lights back on or we were protected by the shelter. We didn't actually see this effect. So just for the fun of it, we may experience it again, or for the first time. And yeah, that confirms that last time it was due to the shelter that the light stayed on. It wasn't because we've turned it back on the previous day. Okay, this is completely black, but this is the only thing we can pick, and it's the furnace. Well then. We get nothing from the dig spot here, so this room seems like the worst. So now our only option is to make it through the entrance hall. An aquarium. Unfortunately, we have no gems. Utility closet. Does that... I don't think... Yeah, the door was a key door. It wasn't a... We can turn it off door. So the only thing I think we can do from here is turn the dark room back on. Just turn it off, and I don't know why. And then we can look in there again just to see, because there was a key here, but no, there is a gem, no other keys. Now we do have the magnifying glass. Can we? Yes. Green memos found in Hartley's room are always false. So another one of those things are true or lies, but this time it's green ones. And who's Hartley? We don't know. We haven't seen Hartley's room. Was there was another thing. Is there anything? Yes, Synca. Was the Synca data transfer? They are very blurry. So this is the orchard that we've seen outside. Day one. And yes, there is something on this tree. 1128 is a 4-digit number. So maybe, could be. Now I'm kind of like, didn't we see that tree out there Couldn't we see it while we were outside? Did I just miss it? Is there anything here? Not sure. Not even sure what room this is. Or who is this? What is any of this? It's the blurry maids again. That's the less blurry maids. We are looking a bit stern. Well, that's the end of our journey in the cider house, because we do not have the key for this last door. But I do want to try going outside and trying this number, and also looking at that tree. Ah, that explains it. Couldn't see it on the tree because the tree is not here anymore. Okay, so 11. So I was half right the first time when I tried it. 1111. But it wasn't. It opened. So what is in there? Some keys. The apple orchard has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each new day with an extra 20 steps. Well, that's unfortunate that this is day 4, because that would have been useful on all those days when we run out of steps. But assuming the code doesn't change, then you could just open this on day 1 without having to inspect anything. Can't actually directly eat those apples. Are there any in the barrels or anything? What else is here? Sort of chimney? What's this? Oh, it turns. What's... Oh! So we've been there again on day 1 when looking outside. Okay. Do we have to turn all 4 and then magic happens? Sundial? Something to read. Gardener's logbook, April 10th, 1992. Okay, that's older because we know it's at least 1993. We do have the magnifying glass here, but this all seems fairly straightforward. When I first came on the estate in the capacity of the new groundskeeper, I was little dismayed to find that my predecessor had kept no notes, no logbook, and no record of any kind regarding the various gardens and green rooms of the house under his care. As a result of his improvidence, in the first few months of my post I suffered a number of embarrassing professional blunders that I believe could have been avoided with even a few scraps of imparting wisdom from the previous groundsman. To that end, I will make an effort to make some record of my dealings on the estate, in as much as it pertains to horticulture and general tomfoolery. Robert Ngula, groundskeeper. Among my many commissioned duties, I have been tasked with the conservation and oversight of Mount Holly's alluring grounds. My domain stretches from gate to gate and encompasses the apple orchard, entrance drive, and east yard. Fortunately for my workload, the maintenance of the west grounds has not been priority since Lady Epson's death and the ensuing closure of the west wing. Nevertheless, I take some pride in my work, so I'll still endeavor to brush the west path weekly, even if none but myself take notice. In addition to maintaining the grounds, there are 8 green rooms within the house that require some level of upkeep and light groundskeeping. The majority of this I discovered are only draftable on the perimeter of the house along the east and west wings. The terrace, patio, veranda, morning room, greenhouse, and secret garden all fall within this category. The soil survey. One of the first tasks I undertook as groundskeeper was to conduct a survey of the various plots of soil underneath each slot on both the east and west wings of the house. And while I would have preferred a full survey of all 45 plots of the house, it was clear that the inconvenience such an undertaking would produce was in no way worth the extra data, especially considering the rooms that would benefit from the survey only ever appear in the wings. To qualify soil quality, I measured the soil capacity to support crop growth and maximize the promise of high yields. The survey ended up taking 2 weeks due to some difficulty reaching the higher ranks, but the project was well worth the effort. As suspected, the room position has a direct relationship to the amount of fruit spread from gardens and the amount of flowers that can bloom in a greenhouse. Wow, I mean, I can relate to his trouble getting up in the higher ranks of the house. I have also experienced this. But yes, there seems to be a whole mechanic related to, yes, the green rooms we saw a few of. They need to be on the outside. And then the slot, like we have the map here, which is exactly how the house is laid out. Depending on the type of soil, different things happen. I don't think we've seen any fruit or flowers like that. We've seen fruit, but we haven't seen fruit being spread and flowers. But yes, there's clearly something to take a note of. So we have barren ground on one specific slot, then poor soil, good soil, and rich soil. So this will be important, I mean, for sure, for something. And then there was another mention of flowers in the star book, but they were in quotes. I also noticed that the soils, squares, rectangles, there are different sizes within each room square, but that just might be a style thing rather than more information. Smudge pots. A few years ago, the Baron made the long overdue decision to switch from gas lighting to electrical power. The installation of the new system was a substantial undertaking, as almost every room in the house had to be equipped with new fixtures and wiring. Thankfully, this renovation did not extend beyond the mansion's interior, and all the lamps and equipment used outside of the house are still connected and powered by a gas line, including but not limited to the orchard smudge pots. The smudge pots found among the apple trees here in the orchard are critical necessity, thanks to the cold temperatures and high altitude of the estate. These gas-burning stack heaters prevent frost and should be kept on during the winter months to ensure daily yield of apples. When the smudge pots are not in use, the orchard gas lines should be turned off to conserve resources for the estate's other gas-powered machinery and appliances. Gas line valve. So that's what I turned outside, and that made one of the things light up on the kind of viewing deck. After a few months of idleness, I finally have a new cause to champion, and I have submitted a request for change of scenery. Specifically, I would like to replace the statue of Orinda, currently in the cloister, with the much more appropriate angel Rina. After all, as beautiful as the statue is, shouldn't the greenery of Mount Holly be governed by the paragon of gardening? Though amused, I do not think Anne took to the request too seriously, though she did humor me and listen to me rave and pontificate on the subject for the better part of our lunch yesterday. And she asked why I avoid tending to the cloister. Truth be told, I have forgotten how to access the inner garth, and I'm too scared of chastisement to probe for the particulars for a third time. My best rendition pretty good, considering I have only ever seen Rina's depiction in the chapel. Yes, so in the chapel there are stained glass windows, and they each have a figure on them, so I assume that's what he means. So the figures all have names assigned to them. So this one, like a gardener, I guess, with a hoe is Brina, and then Rinda is in the cloister. So that sounds like, again, that some kind of information that we'll need later. Okay, so now I want to see about this light that just turned on, which was back out in the front. So those here also look like kind of the same shape that what has lit up here, but I'm not sure. But yeah, there's those yellow pipes down here, and then each of them can light up. So we have to find more. And then something will happen. Hopefully. Well then. I think that is it for our adventure here. We didn't reach the antechamber. Let's make a wish for better luck next time. And we shall end the day. Yes, the apple orchard is now in our permanent additions situation. Yes, so we can read again. Let's call it a day. For Mount Holy East facing villa. Yes, everything is in the east. We've not got any room in the west. So that's it for the 4-day run that the demo allows. Now, we've barely seen, I think, the extent of this game, because there's multiple rooms we didn't even place, and then there were multiple rooms that were mentioned in various notes and material that we've not even seen. Well, some of them might not be available because it's a demo, but I am interested to see more. So I think you're able to make at least multiple saves, so well, I'll have to start from day one again. I want to get more runs in and see if I can do any better next time. So watch out for that. Thanks for visiting. As the house tour concluded, Simon strode out with a newfound fire in his step. He felt more confident and less afraid of the once daunting task his great uncles had set before him. He was thankful that he now had some time to collect his thoughts and strategize, as he had a feeling Mount Holly would be making new plans of her own. See you soon. You can wishlist on Steam. It's on my wishlist already. Cannot wait. This game comes out spring this year, and I'll definitely be getting it as soon as that happens. But until then, all we can do is play with the demo some more and see what else can be found.